So let's indeed, this event is about how to make good presentation. So maybe we will first explain it, and then we can have some practices, give feedback. Because one of the most important things, one of the first steps, if you will to your company and start a startup, is how to present what you are doing. You basically have to sell every day for everybody, for potential co-worker, for potential client, for investor, and so on. And these can be quite similar presentations. Okay, so do we have more? What do you want to learn today more? Please raise hands and tell. So anything else but this? Yeah, please.
Sorry. I don't hear.
Okay. You wanna hear more? Okay. Great. Just tell us, because we are here to help you today, and if there are any specific thing or questions what you wanna, like have answered today from us, and just tell us. Raise hand and just ask your question, or just tell. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Do you see any difference between pitch and presentation?
I think it's quite same, like
Same.
I would say the presentation, like I don't.
In its authentic way. I mean, like slides.
Is it any different for me? No.
Okay. Typically, what you understand with a presentation is that you come on with a slide deck, right? You have like 10 slides, whatever. Well, what I'm going to start today about, you ask what is a pitch? How to do a pitch, right? So here's my proposal. I'll answer your question immediately. So Ragnar here is an entrepreneur. He has a successful startup. He has clients in 120 countries?
Yeah.
He has raised 3.5 million.
Yeah, but I think the most important is that we have actual revenue in millions. So yeah, we have raised from 10 different investors $3.5 million US.
Okay, so he is the entrepreneur. He's doing pitching on daily life.
Yeah.
I'm not so much of an entrepreneur, but I do teach in a business school, and I also do teach pitching, etc. Right? So here's my proposal for today. I'm going to give you a quick sort of theory, or just some tips how to do a pitch, how to build a pitch, right? Different types of pitches. And Ragnar can give you like some real life insights on how important it is to explain your idea in a very short time period, to grab the attention, right? And then we're going to give opportunity to you to try out your pitch, okay? Oh, this is that song? Yeah.
Can I pitch idea for the Russian stage?
Yes, you can. I mean, you can pitch ideas for Garage 48, but if you have different ideas, it's fine for me, right? This
Yeah, absolutely. Just like
practicing.
So basically here we are just help you. It's not like you're super welcome, and we are really hoping that many people will tomorrow in Garage 48, because we have great folks from Estonia who is driving here, and also we can do mixed teams with local people and Estonians, and we have some Latvians also.
Lithuanians as well.
Oh, so we can do, so I think that, and having different opinions and different people in teams, great thing. It is one thing what can give you more possibilities to be successful. But anyway, yeah, like we today focus how to do great presentation, and I would say the first thing is for you to learn English. Because like honestly, I have been pitching for so many different people in the world. I have been in Africa, I have been in Russia, and in Europe and in America. The best investors are living in Silicon Valley. And what I mean is best, I mean the most experienced and the smartest. And this is important, because if you want to build company for the international market, you need to have great people who can help you. And the experience is something which is just invaluable in this sense. That's why even you want to maybe build startup for Russian market or German or Brazilian market, whatever, try to study English. It is a very useful language, by the way. Okay, you have some slides, Kристsa.
Yeah, I always have some slides.
Okay. I don't have any slides.
So, regarding your question about pitch, let's try and wait. So, pitching is like telling a story, right? And you have to be able to pitch in different conditions and in different ways. some time ago, and I'm still doing that, I'm doing a lot of fundraising. You need to get some money from some dude for whatever reason, right? In many cases, the best way how to get the lead, to get the first attention, is on some random occasion, be it like some party, or you just stumble upon a guy next to an elevator, just, you know, the old good story about elevator pitch. And you have to be able to explain your idea very short, right? To grab the attention. Wow, I have this great idea. And there's something in it for you, and we should discuss more, right, and etc. So I would say that the pitch is for grabbing attention, for inspiring people, sharing your, you know, passion about your idea. And then presentation, you know, when you get called in for like investor board meeting, right? Then you might focus more on some data, graphs, you know, market predictions, whatever have you. But you have to get there, right? So in many cases, pitching is what you start. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of some different ways of doing a pitch. And then I'm going to focus a bit more on how to do the first pitch in events like Garage 48, where the goal of the pitch is to get a team.
Yes,
right?
And one rule, by the way. If you don't understand something, or you have questions, just raise hands and just, you know, hit us with the question. Because I know sometimes we are speaking too fast, so we try to be slow. But many times we fail.
Okay, here's a short roadmap. I won't directly stick to it, but I'm going to start with thinking of what are the different types of pitching. Who is your audience, right? And then going more detail in, you know, how to build investor pitch, how to speak, and then in the end, now these are slides from not Garage 48, and therefore you have some notes and slides. This is an important side note. We don't allow slides in Garage 48, right? So this is just some general tips for other occasions. Okay, so you had a question. What's a pitch? Well, here's a smart guy Kawasaki. He teaches in Stanford. He's one of sort of the gurus of startups, etc. Well, he says that pitch is a process of seeking some kind of arrangement. And so think of it as in different terms. You might pitch to get some money. You might pitch to get talent, right? You need some great people on board. Well, you have to show those, you know, potential employees or co-founders that you have a great idea and that they will have a great future with you in this team, right? You might have some first potential clients. It's really important that when you start, you don't start off with like tens of thousands of users. You have to get the first users, and that's the most tricky part, right? Why should I trust this guy with a brand new product which nobody uses, right? You have to overcome this thinking and show that, you know, you have to be the first one. If you miss the opportunity, there'll be others, and you'll regret that, okay? So think about who's your audience, and what is the goal you want to achieve, right? What is the thing, the outcome that you want to achieve? So as I said, pitching is a process of finding some kind of agreement, be it hiring someone, be it getting investment, be it signing up to use your product, okay? So every time you do a pitch, you have to think who is your target audience and form your pitch in a way that suits the target audience. Some people might ask, like, you know, I just like the coding part. I don't want to do pitching at all, you know. That's not for me. Well, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to build your own company, you're going to have to pitch on a daily basis, right?
How many people, I want to understand what kind of people we have here. How many people are programmers? Please raise hands. Okay, so about how many has like business and marketing side? Please raise hands. Business or marketing? Okay, and who are the nonsense? We have some people who didn't raise hands. What kind of? Because usually there are two sides. There are business side, marketing, and there are hackers. So we have some others also. Maybe lawyers?
Students?
But you study something. What do you study?
Yes. Finance and credit.
So you are in business side?
Yes.
Okay, great.
For example, I'm creating websites.
Yeah. Programmer.
Programmer, but not...
Designer.
technical guy, no question. Okay, but anyway, point is, everybody in the startup should know how to present. That's the point.
Okay, here's one important side note. Some people may ask, what's the magic pitch formula? Some of you might be here for that today. Well, here's the answer. You can always ask things to Google. 22 million results. So my takeaway is that no magic pitch formula. As I said, you have to prepare a pitch for different audiences. Different investors like different types of pitching. Let me give you an example. In GarageBand, we say, when you come up on stage, say your name, who you are, what's the title of your idea. If you go to Startup Sound Accelerator in Finland, if you do the same, they'll say to you, I don't care what's your name, I want to see your product. Okay? And that's fine. Investors have different preferences for different pitches, so you have to be aware of that. And you have to be able to speak about your product in any kind of situations. Okay, the different types of pitches, meaning how much time you have. Forget that, if you're in Startup Life, forget about 20-minute pitches, half-an-hour pitches, long presentations, forget about it. Okay? Here's one example. How many of you know David McClure?
1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4. Okay. You have to read all
He's one of the sort of most well-known early-stage investors in Silicon Valley. Do you know how many startups he invests in every year? Just make a guess.
200.
Millions.
200. Okay.
Who said millions?
Something above 200. Well, usually, the harsh reality is that investors invest in up to 5% of startups that they have reviewed. So
Actually less, by the way. Usually less.
most likely, yes.
There is like Mr. Draper Jurvetson, who was one day publishing numbers. They was getting like 20,000 presentations per year, and they made like 15 or 20 investments. So you can calculate how easy it is to get the investments. And the things will be more worse year after year.
So the takeaway here is that if you do the math and you can get some insight how much time David McClure can spend per one startup to figure out does he like the idea. It's a very, very short time period, right? So let's start with the very basics. Let's start with the elevator pitch. With a situation that David McClure is hanging out on the street, you grab him by the hand and say, David, I have this great idea. And then you have 30 seconds before he spanks you or runs away. Okay? So timing is what matters. So I'm going to touch this. Then, in most cases, let's call them local investors. And this applies most likely to here, to Baltics, and other places in the region. Well, they do not invest in 200 companies a year, right? They might give you a bit more time. And I've noticed that many investors say in Baltics, they do like to focus on, give me the numbers, how big is the market size, etc. These are things that most likely in Silicon Valley, they'll focus on, is your idea really great? Is there a potential? And then numbers come next. In this region, it might be the case that show me the numbers and then explain how you're going to get the money. So there might be some differences, right? Here's another point. Irrespective of how much time you have to be able to explain your idea with a couple of words. I've noticed that this sometimes is a big problem here. That it takes a paragraph to explain what you're doing, and after you try to explain that, everybody's like, can you start over again? I didn't get the main point, right? So, and for this, you can check, so David McClure has an accelerator program called 500 Startups, and they publish the slides of their demo day in SlideShares. And you can notice that in every slide deck, they try to describe their product in 3 words. to get the first attention. So this is what my product is about. Okay? Another important, so whoever you're trying to pitch, it's important to do a test with your grandma or anyone else who does not understand the technical side of it. Because you have to be able to explain things simple. Right? This again is some assumption that, you think that when you go to an investor, they know every details about the technical side of the product. They don't. Right? You have to explain everything very simple. Many investors in their past life, well, some of them were entrepreneurs, some of them were tech guys, but some of them were asset managers in banks, for example. They don't have any clue what kind of, is it JavaScript that is running in your background or something else, right? So just skip that and focus on the product. So, short wrap up. Think to whom you will pitch. Think what you want to achieve. You want to close a sale, hire somebody, get an investment, get some advice, which sometimes is more valuable than money, right? And you have to test timing and content. So, even though 30 seconds or 90 seconds for a short pitch, it's not too much, right? But you have to practice for that. To use that minute to the best way that you can. And this is a very important takeaway from today. For those of you who are coming here back tomorrow, you will have 90 seconds for the first pitch. And your objective is to get a T. So you have to practice, practice, and practice. So when you come on the stage, you're not like, first 30 seconds, what did I want you to say?
And please write down every word what you want to tell. Because then you know your structure. How many people will attend from tomorrow in Garage 48? Please raise hands. Like half people.
A question, what will be tomorrow? What about you speaking?
Okay, I'm going to cover it later. Okay, so let's start with an elevator pitch. So you're selling something, and investors are buying something, but these first decisions or first impression is very much emotional. So your task is to tell a good story, and usually on the run, right? The guy is hurrying away and he wants to, go away. So you have to grab his attention and tell a good story in a very short time period. So here's a very simple structure. So what are you building? How you're going to conquer the market? And why somebody would like to use your product? I mean, these questions might be a bit different. But the core thing is that you come up with 3 sentences. What are you building? And why your product is going to be great? So what's the secret source of your product? Okay? And then the whole point of elevator pitch is that you give this introduction, you give the teaser, you grab the attention, and end your pitch with an ask. Like, here's my product. This is why the product is going to be really great. I would like to talk to you more about it. Here's my card. Thank you for your attention. Half minute. Give your card so that if somebody really likes your idea, he can get back to you. Okay? Otherwise, you do a great pitch and you run away, and where's that guy, right? When you think about content, make it memorable. If you think about the guys who hear tens of thousands of pitches every year, you have to stand out somehow. So don't focus on your technology on the code side, but make a good story, right? And if you can get some emotion out of the guy to whom you're pitching, that's better for you. If you get an emotion out, that means that the person will remember you, okay? Okay, I'm going to go to some general tips. As I said, I'm not going to stick directly to this presentation. Whomever you're going to pitch, you have to practice beforehand. Write down the script, word by word. Important note is, you don't have to remember it by head. If you're going to try to remember it by head, most likely you're going to forget something. And then you're going to get this moment. Forget about it, okay? The reason for writing it down is to practice and remember the keywords, to shape the content, to try it out. Okay, this part was irrelevant, we can kick it out, okay? Now, if you need something to remember, what you're going to talk about, it's okay sometimes to make like small flashcards or post-it notes and write down keywords, you know, so you can take a quick look. Okay, that was the topic I wanted to cover. Throw it away. Okay, don't come on stage with a piece of paper or many papers, and then it's like, which page was it, right? That does not leave a good impression. Having small notes that are somewhat invisible, it's okay. You know. Timing matters, as I said. You might have different time slots. For Garage 48, first pitch, you have 90 seconds, as I said. So you have to test the timing. And when you do the testing, try to do the pitch in less time that you're given. Because if you forget something, you will have the last 10 seconds to put it back in your pitch. Or add something that you thought could be useful in particular case. Okay? If you have slides, not in Garage 48, but in some other occasion, for God's sake, don't read the slides. Because people in the audience can read the slides faster than you can, and you're showing nice to the people. Not too nice, right? You're talking to an audience, and whatever is behind your back, the slides, they are supporting your speech. People are here to listen to your speech, not to read slides. If they would like to read slides, they would ask you to print out some memo. Okay? And probably the most important thing, you have to be confident about what you are talking about. Because if you have an idea that you want to turn into a successful company, no one else than you in the audience would and should believe in your idea more than you do. And you have to show it, right? You have to show that you're burning about this idea. You're so passionate about it that you can do anything to make it happen. And this is what distinguishes successful co-founders from unsuccessful ones. You may have an MBA in business or a PhD, right? But if you don't have the drive to go through a lot of shit that's going to be in front of you when you are building your own business, you won't be too successful, right? So passion probably is the most important thing. And I've seen as well in multiple garage bands that even the guy forgets something in his pitch. Even though his idea might not be the coolest one. He's so passionate about it that people join him because, you know, if this guy can be so passionate about something, we can either improve the idea, right, or just whatever happens, we can make it happen. Now, this takes time. Meaning that I was afraid of public speaking myself. Seriously. And it took a lot of practicing, just trying again, failing, having this feeling of I failed miserably on the stage, to become a bit better at it. So practice is what it takes to become a confident pitcher. Okay? So those of you who will come to Garage for the event tomorrow, use this evening to practice. Or tomorrow morning. Your speech. Well, supposedly I have some text. There are some tips to take into account about your appearance. Well, first of all, stand on the ground. This is something that I'm usually failing, is that, you know, you're not here to just hustle around, right? You are here to tell a good story that you desperately believe in and that you want others to believe in as well. So you have to look confident and you have to stand on the ground with both feet. You can do like a bit of, you know, moving. It's not that you have to freeze here, but try to look as confident as you can. Okay? Just feel the ground, put back the shoulders, and do your talk. Speak for the audience, right? Many people fail with that. If they have some slides, and they try to read the slide, and they're talking to the screen, not to the audience. You have something you want to achieve out of this audience, so you have to speak with them, right? You have to convince them. It's a process. You have to engage them. So how to do that? You can either look around, or choose one person in the back, and I look somewhere there, so you get a feeling that I'm looking to the audience, right? Don't pick one person in the front and don't look him in the eyes too long, because he's going to get nervous or uncomfortable, like what the fuck's happening. So yeah, you have to work with the audience, you have to engage them. And it's a work, it's a process, it's something you can learn. Right, again, emphasizing, if you have passion and if you do believe in your project, you have to show it here on the stage. Okay?
Yeah, I think that one of the most important skills, if you're presenting something, is that you really believe into this. So it has to go through this every word, through your body language and everything. Because if you are pitching and presenting to investors, you have to keep in mind that they are investing in early stage into the team, into you. So they actually sometimes even don't listen what you're talking, just follow how you're acting. And if you're like, yes, there's a big problem and we know how to solve it and we just need to do this and that, and then we will be next big billion-dollar company. So you have to really believe. That's the most important key. If you are not ready, and if you are like, oh, you're looking somewhere and like not convenient, then this is very hardly happens that something good would happen. You have to, and indeed, you know, sometimes people practice presentation like 100 times, like 100 times really, because it's so hard to go into front of people and speak, especially for people from Europe, you know, like Estonians. We are afraid to look into people's eyes and speak there. We're just gonna like go that. That's why we made Skype. Because then we don't have to speak, we can chat. How good is that? Big problem. You will not get money using Skype. Actually, you can, but then you have to have calls.
Okay, now back to the content of your pitch. I covered a bit an elevator pitch. Now I'm going to speak a bit more about what should the first pitch in Garage 48 look like. Okay? And then I'm going to cover a bit more a longer pitch if you're really pitching to investors something that works. So for those of you, how many of you have heard of what is Garage 48? What is Garage 48? How many of you have some idea? Okay. So what's going to start tomorrow, in short, we're trying to gather people with different skills. Tech guys, I mean different kind of tech guys. Webmasters, back-end developers, front-end developers, etc. Marketing guys, business guys, designers, people who have great ideas and might not have the skills to make it happen. We gather them together, and by the way, tomorrow we're going to have people from at least 4 or 5 countries. So we have a bus from the Baltics coming here. Usually somebody else is from some random country showing up. And the goal for the weekend is to build a team and to build a working prototype. To turn your idea into something that works and that you can show to somebody. Okay, here's the first prototype of my product, this is how it works. Okay, so we're going to start off with pitching your ideas. Everyone who has an idea, who wants to pitch, will have 90 seconds. If you don't have an idea, you're looking for other ideas to join, it's fine, you don't have to pitch. So you have 90 seconds, and your goal is to get attention of other people, to get at least 3, 4, 5 people willing to join your team, at least for the weekend, hopefully for a longer time period. Hopefully they would be your potential co-founders. You'd pitch the idea, hopefully get a team, then you can start working. So that by Sunday evening, you would have a working prototype to present on the stage, to go through live stream, all over the world, people were watching it. Well, throughout the process, though, the mentors will help you. We're going to run nasty checkpoints and kick your asses for not progressing fast enough. We're going to do more pitch training, etc. So you're going to get a lot of help to make it happen. So
I think that cross-voted is really best way how to learn. Like we have first great success stories out of cross-voted. The one is START2GO, whose office is Särg, like 20 meters from here. They have great team, they have first revenue, and they have investors. But many times you will see and learn how it's possible to make prototype is 48 hours. And everybody in the event will learn some new skills. And you will have, your network will have new people in the network. So because I think that the one thing what I have learned also many times now is that to doing some great product, you have to just speak about the idea, ask other people feedback, and just communicate. If I'm in Silicon Valley, because my company has office in Silicon Valley, in California, and in Tallinn, then almost every time when I'm in some whatever in cafeteria, I see everybody, like all around people just pitching, for some investors or whatever, like once I was in one Starbucks, there was at least 4 teams. It was like in one corner, in every corner I saw some people was presenting for the angel investor, for the potential co-worker or for the client. So, so the biggest value of this event is learning. And as I was telling, we have here people, like I know what it takes to make a successful startup, I'm really working every day, I'm still, even at this moment, working with my startup. So, and there are people from other countries, so it's just great. You don't have to think, oh, maybe I will have after weekend startups then. This is not the problem, maybe you will not have. Just if you want to learn, so this is the best event to learn.
yeah, so we usually have both students participating, getting first grade experience. We have professionals like hackers, business guys, different kind of people. So that's a great way to get new experience, get new acquaintances, work with them together under tough circumstances, and hopefully make a startup out of it. So if you're here tomorrow and if you're here to pitch your first idea to get a team, so this is what you should speak about. So who are you? Hi, my name is Chris. Well, you can mention what's your background. You're a student studying IT, or you're a webmaster. So what's the problem that you're trying to solve? Right? So here's the problem that my product is going to solve. So what's your solution? Well, here's the problem. This is my solution, how to fix this. And by fixing this, make it into a big business. Why your product should work, or what's the underlying magic? What's the secret source? How you will fix this problem better than anyone else. Important remark is, some people have an assumption that I have this idea, nobody else has solved it. In very, very, very rare cases, it might be true. In most cases, you haven't opened Google and you haven't found out that there are 10 competitors for you. And that's fine. It's fine. The trick is to know who are your competitors and to know how you will be better. Okay? So this important task before you build your pitch, open your laptop, open Google, and find out what else is there in the market. Like here, Ragnar's company, Pipedrive, they're a CRM, customer relations management system, something like that. There were tens of competitors before they started.
No, 100.
100.
Or even 1,000 maybe. Right?
Okay. And they still could find a way how to be better than everyone else, right? So this is how a good first pitch differentiates from a bad pitch. You know how the market looks like. You know what could be your killer feature that will make your product better. One of the typical ways how to kill your pitch is coming out on the stage, saying that, well, I'm going to build a social network that's going to be the biggest in the world, etc. Then somebody from the audience shouts, there's a Facebook, there's Yandex, and oh shit, I didn't know about that. Okay, this was a stupid example, but this is what happens in many cases, right? I'm going to build X, and somebody says, I used 10 products like that last week. How yours is better? And they're like, I have no idea, right? This is killing pitches, this is killing it. So, it's easy answer, it's easy homework, open Google, find out what's the competition out there, and give answer to the why you're going to be better, okay? And that's basically the last thing that you should mention is what kind of skills you need to make it happen. Is it a mobile app? Well, most likely you're going to need mobile developers, marketing people, business people, some designers. You know, that's a typical team composition in our events, in software events. Back-end developer, front-end developer, designer, business person, marketing person, or a visionary. So somebody who has a great idea, he might not have particular skills, right? That's fine. You can be a team leader. You can lead the team, share the vision, manage the time, etc. Everyone's going to be busy during the weekend and onwards. Any question about this one? No. Okay, bear in mind that you will have 90 seconds. That's 1.5 minutes. You should practice for 120 or 110. Okay?
So I think that we should start now practicing. Yeah? Okay.
Let's walk.
So who wanna be first one?
Let me give one more tip.
Okay. Last pitch.
After you're going to do the pitch, there's going to be a questions and answers session. Again, 1.5 minutes, not too long, but some people from the audience will shoot you some questions. You have to test your story, and this is what we're going to do here. Meaning that you're trying out your pitch, and you can get a grasp of what will be a common question for the audience, common question from the audience that you didn't cover in your pitch. If you try out your pitch to multiple people, you can find out what are the questions that they would have after your pitch. So you can test it out and you can prepare yourself in that way. Okay? Try to answer every question, even though you don't like the question. Say, thank you. Well, here's my answer. Or, if you don't know the answer, be honest. It's okay to say, I have to do some more research. Yes?
How much time do we have for Q&A?
Same.
1.5, 2 minutes. Okay? So you have to be honest. Because if somebody tries to invent his answer from scratch on the stage, you usually can see it quite well. It's like,
and it's totally fine to say, I don't know, but I will find out. Yeah.
Ragnar, what do you think? Is it better to pitch in the way that kind of drive people to some questions, like to use this time?
Yeah, I think that the main thing tomorrow is to get people attention and interest. You don't have to answer all questions, because first of all, you will say that I want to build this, I know everything about it, and I will do it anyway. And then we have questions, whatever you see, and then you can say, if you want to know more, find me, and I will give you all the answers. So you have 90 seconds is just getting attention and interest. That's it. You don't have to tell, you can't tell everything. You have to give impression that you know what you're doing. And there is a big problem that you want to solve. And people will run to you soon.
okay, last tip for questions and answers. Don't pick fights. In many cases, there's somebody in the audience who's like, no, you're wrong. And you're back like, yes, I'm right! And then it's like, catch fight. And everybody's audience like, you go out and solve your whatever you have there. Okay? So that's a bad thing to pick. If there is a nasty question, be polite. Say thank you for your criticism. I appreciate it, I'll take that into account. I still believe that my idea is great. And you're out of it. Okay? Any questions? Yes?
Should we train our pitches even that we have a mic in our hands?
Okay, about mic. If you don't have very loud voice, you should use the mic. But you should use the mic in a way that people do understand you. Meaning that if you keep the mic here, it doesn't work. If you keep the mic like that, then probably it's going to be too loud. So take the mic, put your finger like this, and keep it in like same distance, like that. If you're going to swing it around, whatever, then the noise is going to be like, people won't hear you. Okay? So, we usually in practice rounds we just take a pen and try it out like holding here. Okay? Simple. Yeah, you will have a mic to speak with. If you have a really loud voice, okay, don't use it. In most cases, you'll need a mic. Any more questions? No? Good. Well, that's it. We already have been talking too much, so this is your time to shine. Who wants to do the first pitch and get some tips? Anyone? I'm going to take time, okay? Here's your mic, sir. Ready?
Do we have timer?
I'll just a second. Okay? Go.
My name is Dmitry. I want to present you my project that is called My Marks. I try to use bookmarks in the browser and it is horrible. I lose my bookmarks all the time. I have different bookmarks in my home and on my job. And I tried to solve this problem. I tried to install some software that synchronizes bookmarks and to set up a browser to sync bookmarks, and this doesn't work. This is horrible. And I thought about this and I found two problems. One is that it's very easy to lose your bookmarks. And the second problem is it is very hard to find your bookmark as you need it. I asked to many people and they said that they have a text document with their bookmarks. They copy URLs, titles and snippets from the web pages to special document. Some people have different folder structure with these documents. Some people are trying to solve this problem really hard. And now I have a product that tries to solve this problem. This works with Google Chrome, and I have about 100 users now. Everybody is welcome.
Thank you. I'll shoot a question. What's your competition?
Well, I found about hundreds of competitors, but they're just plain junk, and some of them, most popular, they just do not work, and still they have about 3 or 4 stars in the different markets.
So there is a market there.
Yeah,
Great.
I believe.
Was Delicious your competitor?
Well, in some way, in wider sense, stumble upon, Flipboard, yeah. There are some competitors, even Reddit in some way competitor, but they're not quite like that. And everything is like magic works in my product. You don't need even to create an account to start using this product. This just synchronizes, downloads this to server, indexes for searching, and as you need to bookmark.
Is it like Firefox or Chrome add-on? Or?
This is Chrome extension, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I think that as you have already like proof, then definitely there is something. Giving feedback now about presentation, like things that you can even tell less things because you was really like rushing, you know, like saying maybe too many things. But in overall, I think that main question was like, or main topic, did you get attention? Yes. You should just maybe structure, like I would say in the beginning that I have already existing like service as I understood. Yeah, you can say in the beginning that we understood that this is kind of different level or different category. Yeah, and you know, like I would not say that all of my competitors are rubbish. This is like, you have to know why you're better, basically. Chris?
So, speak a bit slower so that people hear every word that you're saying. Okay? We rushed it over, and I really have to pay attention to what every word. A lot of the words could be kicked out, and you'll still have the meaning. Watch for the mic. You were doing like that, and yeah, give some reason why you're going to be better than the other 100 projects. What will be your killer feature? The best feature you would have. Because just saying that I'm going to be cooler, better looking, or whatever, it's an empty statement. You have to give some proof, okay? And then, you know,
Maybe one thing people will ask, and you have to have answer. How you will make money? Do you know it?
I have some ideas.
Can you give any? And advertising is one.
Now,
Don't tell that, okay?
just a question.
Yeah, just like because you have to like this is great. I have some ideas, but people want to have some proof. So can you give us at least one? And by the way, the time, like honestly, like the time when you can do great startup with just advertising money is gone. Like this is so hard. It's almost impossible. There are like maybe maximum of 10 great companies in the world which are doing money only by advertising. Like, this is so hard to scale it up. My first startup was failing because I had wrong business model. So please always think about different ways, and usually how you can sell this to your customers or whatever in end users. So, but you can just tell us and we can comment.
My idea is that some web professionals, like pre-sales analysts and sales specialists, they work really with a lot of links and everything, and they have big documents with links, and this is really uncomfortable. This is out of the browser solution, and they some people create a lot of bookmarks to share this to other people, like sales team, and some people they use bookmarks to open the bookmarks. So some people create and some people.
Okay, so this basically you want to do like premium package.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great because I will give you now some calculation mathematics. Like there are like premium business model is one of the most popular now. That you can give product, you can use it for free. And this is also many teams are using that. And usually the calculation is very rough. From 1 to 5% people are ready to pay for you. So you have to just, if you are super good, then maybe 10, but not more. So just you have to keep this in mind. Like in Estonia, there are one great gaming company. They have 100 million downloads, and they have very like easy mathematics. 1 million download means for them $100,000 revenue, because 3% will do in-app purchase, and average revenue per this is $30. But for that you need million downloads basically. Okay. Anything else do you want to add?
You went out of time.
Yeah. Okay. But I think it was a very great start for the presentation today. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one. Yes.
Can I start?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Peter, and I want to present my project. It is Web Studio Fortis. I explain simple. We build websites by using the web engine WordPress. It is quite a simple web engine, and it has quite a lot of positive traits. So I have a goal. I want to conquer the world, and to build the net of my web studio all over the world. But I need a good marketing people and also some investments to expand my business. And now, why it is that I'm what advantages I have in my company. The first advantage that when the client calls us, we go to our client ourselves, not that he search our office or we make it online. No, we go to our client and explain all the details, how he wants to see his future website. The second advantage is that our price is quite low. When we started, I put the price about 150 euros, yes. But now that we made some action, the client pays only for hosting and domain, and our service is free now. So and
Chris,
time? No.
what the hell? I didn't like. I was really trying to follow and. How many people understood what he's one or two were doing?
No
2, 3, 4. Can you explain me in human words this?
Yet another outsourcing company.
Okay. How did you understood?
He has a web studio and he wants to expand his business.
Okay, web studio. This page. And what did you understand?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Outsourcing company.
Okay. Is it right?
Not very right, because
Okay.
not outsourcing. We don't make outsourcing. We do ourselves.
No, that's the same thing what he's telling, because okay, how, okay, that's now a very tricky part now. I think that my first thing to tell, it's very hard to scale this business because you have to deal with every customer, as he understood. If you like, you know, the beauty of the startups is the case that you are like, I am here now, and all of our employees can be the beach, and we still have service that people are paying for us. That's beauty. In your case, you have to every time work with a client. So, yeah, it's, I don't know, like...
Do you know what TrackTech is doing?
Please?
TrackTech.
No.
It's a Belarusian startup. Okay, so they're automating the communication between web development agencies and customers. And in a way that you can make modifications, and this communication, what you said, going to client in real time online. What they have is something scalable with not too much effort. Right? Same product, anyone can use it. You should think of how to turn sort of an outsourcing business that you can get like paid whatever, 50, I don't know, $100 an hour, and that's tops, right? And you have a limited hours that you can give out from your life. How to turn that into something scalable? Products that can be scaled without hiring 100,000 people, right? So think about actually what do you want to achieve. Because if you just want to franchise your web studio, I have a big question why. There are web studios in every country in the world. And some of them use tools that cancel out the necessity to go to talk to clients face to face. They'll be cheaper, they'll be faster. What's your advantage?
My advantage is that we use a quite simple web engine, and it helps us, or it makes, to create the website very very fast.
I don't do coding too much. I've tried it a long time ago, but I've tried some of the website builders.
Yes.
My record was 3 minutes per website with drag and drop. How fast you can go? Okay, that's a rhetorical question. So my point is you should think more of what exactly you want to achieve and why you're going to be better.
Actually, the case is like in the business where we are more into the making products. We just are not so good into the service. Like if you are like making this one-to-one service and it's just, I don't know what kind of like feedback to give you, because I personally I've never seen two successful startup businesses selling hours. That's the case. You can do it indeed, but we don't know how to help you with it. Okay? Thank you!
One remark, those of you who don't want to pitch, who don't want to be here, you're free to leave. Okay? But we're not keeping you here. You can stay here, and you're welcome to stay here. If you want to pitch or you want to listen to others pitching. Which means, please be a bit more silent. Thank you. Next one. Anyone? Yes, please. You mentioned plenty of mics here. Ragnar, can you take time?
Yes, indeed. And if I will too, it will be right time.
Thank you, sir.
One moment. Because I have iPhone, you have Windows, and that's different. So, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Sure. Hello, my name is Alexander. My pitch will be short and fun. I want to introduce you my unique virtual pet. His name is Siapa. Siapa is the fox who can distinguish you among the other people by your digital smell. Very interesting, yes? So when you enter the site, Siapa exactly knows your name and some info about you. So it can be useful for advertising, analytics of your site, and to minimize some trolls in your comments. That's in the basics. If you want to know details, please join my team tomorrow. Also, I need marketer and possibly designer for the moment. Thank you.
I think that this was really great, because I understood what you were doing, I understood what you want, and indeed I have questions, and you made me 60 seconds. So you want to make game?
No, not a game.
How you will describe it? It's the entertainment.
It will be a service. Service for sites.
Service.
Yeah.
What is the similar? Can you give us similar existing service or website? There are many virtual websites.
No. It doesn't matter. It may be not a bad. It consists of two parts. One part is the anonymizing tool, and another is attraction. Attraction of the people. Who you anonymize the people, and then you add them some kind of cookie or something like that, and you can track them. Google Analytics and other big companies, analytics like Yandex, Google, they track people and then show them context advertising because they know where they were and possibly where they would be.
Okay, but this is, and I didn't understood what you're doing. Okay.
Look, Google knows where you are and what you see.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know who you are exactly. He doesn't know that you are Ragnar Saasa.
You want to track even more?
I want to give the possibility to know that you exactly Ragnar.
Is it legal? I would never.
It's public information.
No, but I would never give this and this is like you have to study more about laws before you will do it. So just do that. Do we have question from audience to this guy?
Basically, what it is, just main question. Still.
Okay. Because if you want to track, I understood that part, but not sure about big picture. Do you have also a question?
There are some services that sell data about people and like widgets with like Google tweet and everything. And these services actually have data about a lot of people. And how will you make people install your software? And how you will get the big user database? Because this is the primary value of these companies.
Yeah, but you don't understand the main goal. You should install anything. You even doesn't know that you are tracking. You are tracking by my system.
Isn't the drawing also NSA? Is it NSA? Another one?
What?
NSA is American system. What is basically sneaking for everybody in the world. like, yeah. So, but this is government. So
Yes, and
I think that still, you know, giving feedback, you have to really like work with your product idea because it's not so 100% understandable. And I would do this test if you tell this your mother and she will not understand that you have a problem. Because we have here like quite smart people and we are still struggling to understand because collect and also please look about law because I don't wanna like somebody will track me, no way, I will not give any permission. Like if you're visiting some websites and it will even tell you we are collecting cookies. So by EU law you have to tell people even cookies, you know, and cookies is just, it's not so personal. So I would really work more into what you're doing. Do we have more questions? Yeah.
How to distinguish that someone is demand control? I have heard of registration that collect all the data and then, for example, like Flurry does, they sell the data out to the marketplaces and they use it to their target audience to use the application exactly to the right people. How do you collect the data, the personal data, that you assume that nobody needs to do any registration or authentication?
technical secret.
By the way,
No.
okay, go on. Thank God.
We this service will not distinguish everybody. There is some conditions when you put the anonymize people. All that I can say to you is I'm using social networks to anonymize people. So I can anonymize only people who are in social networks and who are logged in to social networks. So it's, I don't want to distinguish everyone. It would be enough to hundreds of thousands or a million people to serve this database. I don't want to know everyone on the planet.
Okay. But anyway, we're running out of time because we have more people. Thank you. How many people we are still having more who want to present the idea? Please raise hands. We had more. Okay, you two. Okay, come on, you. Yeah. Chris, did we lost you? Okay, anyway, I
want to pitch in Russian, okay? Can you do
yeah, you can indeed, but can you do it tomorrow in English?
No, I don't think so, because I have some problems with English.
Okay, okay. But do you have any friend who can speak in English?
Yes, I have, but...
Okay, let's do it in Russian, okay? Go.
Всем привет, меня зовут Кирилл, я представляю проект Tenders. Tenders – это социальная сеть для торговли. Социальная сеть для торговли, где взаимодействие между покупателем и продавцом будет происходить по принципу обратного аукциона. Что это значит? То есть для того, чтобы вам найти какой-то товар для покупки, вам не нужно будет просматривать десятки объявлений на разных сайтах, тратить на это свое личное время. На Tenders вы сможете создать запрос в нужной категории. Запрос разошлется всем продавцам, и система соберет для вас ответы. Вот. Вы, в свою очередь, сможете посмотреть список ответов, посмотреть фотографии, которые вам вышлет продавец, сравнить цены, выбрать наиболее выгодный для вас вариант. Каждый пользователь социальной сети может быть как продавцом, так и покупателем. То есть для того, чтобы быть продавцом, вам нужно будет просто подписаться на категорию товаров, которые вы продаете, и указать регион, в котором вы работаете. И вы начнете получать входящие запросы на покупку вашего товара со всего региона. То есть вы можете отвечать каждому, также закидывать фотографии, предлагать свою цену. Какие это преимущества имеет для покупателя?
And time is up. Okay, just tell your finish your sentence.
Спасибо. Вопросы?
Нет, окей. Я сказал, что статично догадываться сказать еще. Давай продолжим. Да.
Сейчас, секунду, продолжим. Какие, значит, есть преимущества для покупателя? Для покупателя это, значит, экономия времени. То есть вы можете создать запрос, указать время, через которое хотите получить ответ, заниматься своими делами. Через указанное время вы получаете список и уже его просматриваете в свободное время. Для продавцов какие преимущества? Это в первую очередь неограниченный поток клиентов абсолютно бесплатно. То есть вы просто подписываетесь на категории со всего города, вам будут скапливаться предложения о покупке, рассматриваете, отвечаете и зарабатываете деньги. В принципе, все.
Окей, мой первый вопрос. Что это как рынок или что?
Ну да.
Это как
Classifieds.
Okay, how is can I use English or Russian? May I use English? Do you understand me?
Yes, I will try.
Okay, do you know what is the most classified
classifieds ads sites like this, but
okay, and you wanna, where is your market? Is it here or in US or?
Our market is Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan.
Okay, Russian-speaking market.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry, Ragnar, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Чем плох Яндекс? Он запустил этот сервис 5 месяцев назад, если не изменяет память. Обратный аукцион, да, подписка со всех сторон.
К сожалению, как-то я прошел мимо.
Ну, это все ваше,
я понял. Я вам скажу просто, какое мы решение для этого предусмотрели, да? Постараюсь его вкратце объяснить. То есть для того, чтобы создать конкуренцию для компаний, мы предусмотрели такой вариант, что
Okay, time's up. If you have long questions or long answers, take it outside. Exactly. Okay?
Okay, we have, thank you.
Thank you.
And the last guy who was there, just come to the stage.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Mobile application we would like to build is all about the going out with your friends. But for me, I have like 500 friends on Facebook, and half of them I simply ignore. Half of them I follow from time to time. I make some likes, some comments, and all the rest I also ignore. And there are like 50 of them. I write messages from time to time, but it's really rare. And there are only like 5 people whom I really meet in real life and spend time with them, can really call them, and I don't care. I know that I will not be rejected, or I will be rejected simply. But actually there are like 200 really great guys in my network, really good professionals, and there are lots of like 200 really hot girls among my friend list.
Really?
Yeah, and you can add me on Facebook. But the problem is that I will never write to them. I will never call to them because it's annoying. It's annoying, and I know that I'm afraid to be rejected, and I don't want to be annoying.
Excuse me, I will write them.
I hate these things. And I hate when someone tells me, oh sorry, I have other plans for this evening, or she went out with other guy to date with. I hate all this stuff. So I want to become a magician, and I want to guess when some of these 200 hot girls would like to meet me in this right second. And I want to know which of these 200 real good friends, professional, would like to have a coffee with me, and I would like to make application to make this real. If you want to ask me how I will make it, you can ask me questions.
Okay, that's very good.
It's clear
here you have problem. You have 200 followers in your Facebook. This is problem indeed. But okay, let's hit us with your solution. How you will do that actually, and what is your my main? But actually, okay, first feedback. This was a good presentation.
He had some passion.
Yeah, he was passionate, you know, like you most likely know what you want to, and indeed, and people have questions now. I would like one feedback which I would give you for everybody. If you could say in your presentation, like we wanna build like using like Apple or whatever, like things that people know. Like if we start a pipe drive, we told in America that we are building. If Apple designed Salesforce, because people, our clients know Apple and they know Salesforce. So we was kind of mixing two things together. Apple is great design, great product, and very beautiful UX. Salesforce is CRM. So if you can tell like whatever mix of Foursquare, whatever, or what dating and mixing, we wanna like mix dating and business dating and all these kind of things. These are understood, isn't it?
I want to know about my friends. I want to know when they are free, when I'm not annoyed, when I just write to them, when I invite them to...
Is it dating app or not?
You can use it for dating if you need dating.
Yeah, but still...
I will use it for business, someone will use it just for going out with their friends, if they have big networks.
This meeting app,
it's an app that helps you to meet with people that really have free time right now.
Okay, and can you give some hints how you will do that?
So, first of all, how sometimes I do it, I go to social network, if I see some friends at 9 o'clock that are online, I'm most probably they're staying at home and they don't have anything to do, and most probably they're bored and they would like to meet me. If they're not online, I think they have some business and they will never write to offline message. But here we would like to make kind of messenger where people state themselves that they are free right now. They're free to chat, they're free to meet, they're free to whatever, and they share this free status only for people they want to see it. And this is not annoying. This looks like a feed, and feeds are not annoying. It's usually annoying to write to someone on Facebook, but it's not annoying to write a comment. I like writing comment, but I will never write to some person that I don't communicate often. I will not write him to private message.
So basically you will just put a kind of, I'm having free time now.
Yes, I open my application, I have a big button, I'm free now. I click this button and I choose friends.
Question from audience, please.
You install this app, press the button, somebody doing calls, you talk to them, uninstall the app.
Sorry?
Some apps, they have this problem that after using this app, people feel uncomfortable. Will people feel uncomfortable if somebody calls them who they don't want to talk to?
If you press the button, program give you opportunity to choose friends that will see your free status. You choose from your friends.
Okay.
You have like lists of friends, my favorite friends, my business partners, hot girls,
but
whatever.
they have to install this app.
You have this app on your iPhone. You just have free time, you know. Oh, this is Friday evening, I'm bored, I don't have any plans for Friday evening, I don't know what to do. All my friends have plans and I just will be sitting playing
Can you
World of
use
Warcraft.
any existing app like?
Yes, currently people use some apps. For example, a lot of guys, they do going out for some bars, they check in and they want their friends to see, oh, we are currently drinking beer in this bar, you can come to join us. Or people use Instagram, they make self-shots.
Foursquare.
Yes, Foursquare is the first, but in Foursquare you cannot choose who would like to see.
Yeah,
you don't want your girlfriend to see that currently you're in some bar or cafe with your friends when you just told her, oh sorry, I have a lot of work to do. Or you don't want your business partners to see that you just checked in a bar when you need to work.
Have you Googled your competition?
Our competition is Foursquare, Instagram, Facebook, group chats in WhatsApp or Viber, any application that can be used for Eventbrite, Meetup.
Okay.
Any application that can be used.
I did a 3-word search query, dating friends apps. Lots of results. One interesting one, Tinder, which is one of the most popular dating apps currently, has a function just friends, which means that you don't just date, but you can go out and you can see which of our friends available, etc., etc.
But here I can just choose like 3 of them. For example, I can choose these 5 guys I would like to see today at my flat. I don't have any plans. I don't want to arrange any event on Facebook. I just want to say to the world that I'm free now.
You know,
check out what's already there. A lot of it is already there, and be very exact how you can be better. Because now you had like multiple swings.
You know, I think that there is some need actually. Like, but the field of competition is huge. That's the point. So you think about what is the first focus group, what you're focusing to go into the market. Because exactly, business and dating totally different. And you can't do those things in the beginning. Later, yes. So you have to think about who will be your first clients who will use that. Like many times, Facebook used students. Whatever, you have to think about who is like the main target group. Because I think that there is a need for that, I am sure, but it's hard to go to market. Your main challenge is not to build the app.
For example, myself, I feel the need. Sometimes I
know.
I hate making plans. I hate it. And
I got you, but your main challenge is marketing. By the way, in iOS store and Apple markets, there are like 500,000 mobile apps which has downloaded less than 5 times. 5 times. 500,000. So people have built 500,000 mobile apps and nobody is actually using them. I mean nobody. So your challenge is marketing. So you have to just,
yeah.
But I think that there is an idea, okay? Thank you. So do we have more people who want to present today something and have feedback? This is the last moment when you can raise hands. Okay, continue. One moment. Go.
Hello, my name is Ray. As I said earlier, I'm a student. That's why I'm studying at the university. And I see that everyone here are IT guys. I'm not an IT guy. And I don't know what you're talking about at this time, this blah, 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 blah. Okay, no matter what. The main problem is nowadays, a lot of people don't know what they really do. Why they wake up, what is their real passion. And I see that everywhere people work only for money, but not for something else. And the main problem is that our education that we have at the university or school doesn't allow to open our inner skills and possibilities that we have. So my solution to the problem to make the university that will help people to understand what is their passion, what are their skills, what they can do the best in the world. So, thank you.
How?
How? I think that this education must be very personalized and individualized. It means that you work with your tutor, and all the time he helps you to open your skills and your preferences maybe that you have only.
Okay, 2 tips. First is figure out what kind of education you're talking. Is it e-learning, like Udacity or Khan Academy?
It's academy. It's like the university.
A physical one?
Physical, yeah.
Okay, very good. Tough one to make actually, but you know, then try to figure out what exactly you can do there. You're going to need some resources. Yes. So to make a university, you at least need to have a bunch of PhDs in board, right? I don't know about this country, but at least the country I come from. So try to be more specific. I mean, you certainly have a passion to change the world, but you just have to figure out how exactly you want to do that. Right? You have a very broad vision. Try to make it into some doable chunks. Like if you're going to say, I want to build a university over a weekend, if it's a physical one, probably not. If it's in some kind of e-learning, maybe, right? Make your big vision and cut it into chunks that you can actually achieve it in a certain amount of time.
Some real solutions.
Yes, steps.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that education is a great thing.
Yes.
The one thing, if you think about education, like this has been said for centuries, and so I totally believe that in this area we will see so great revolutionary things in next few years now. I don't know. Can you do that? But if you will try, that's great. I think that you have to have more information, understanding
Yes,
what you want to do, you know. But
I have not prepared yet for this speech.
Exactly. But I think that the area is hot, you know. Like
Yes,
really.
I see this problem, and I think it's not only in Belarus; it's all over the world.
Absolutely.
Because education is very manufactured. It's like factory. So
Exactly.
you come to the university, you have some grades, you have some, and you have some courses and programs.
Exactly.
And after that, you have your diploma, and that's all.
And
you don't know what to do.
Before you will ask question, I have never finished any university. I have been in two of them, and after half, I felt that this is not useful anymore for me. So, but your question was?
My question was if the education will be so personalized.
Yes.
Who will the teach? And what for should they work? Money or just something that they just want to educate you?
I think teachers will be always, but the process of learning will be the same, and that's the main difference. So it will not look like you are standing in the class in front of the classmates and speaking on some topic. And I think the main problem is in the process and how we learn, how we get some knowledge from the outside, and I think it's the main thing that we should solve.
Okay, the one question also, like in US, the bigger and more popular, like 10% of the families are already doing homeschooling. So you have to think about, would you focus into the high school or in university? Because they're totally different areas. And also like, you are trying to go to the like colleges or universities, if you will, because it's like theoretical education, like, okay, let's study economics, or I will study to be cook or whatever, you know, like, or construction guy. Also, totally different. So think about these kind of things. Also, Udemy is great thing growing, like doing just one thing, video schooling, just one narrow thing, and they're doing already revenue of millions. Video schooling, basically. Okay, I think that it's a great idea. Thank you for this one.
Thank you.
This is a great example. Great idea can sometimes come even just for here, even listening to other people, and it's fine because you have to always just take first step, not just waiting, you know, like for whatever, like, oh, I'm not ready. Just do it and try it out. Never know, maybe it will work. So I think that we have 8 now. If we have more people who want to present, we can take last one. You want? Okay, great. Ladies always, okay?
My name is Margarita, and I'd like to introduce you my project, Wisely. It is a mobile app which can help you to orientate yourself in shopping centers. I'm sure that all of you visit shopping centers, and sometimes it is hard to find a shop or a cafe there. That's why we try to solve this problem with our application Wisely. It has a lot of advantages. For example, it has maps where you can find not only shops and cafes, but you can find elevators, banks, and even toilets. Our project is I think that's all about my project. Do you have questions?
By the way, you was doing 6 seconds, so you had But anyway, what people using today?
The people who use our app.
No, but I mean today, if they don't have this app.
This app is from Russia.
Okay.
Now it's used in Russia and Belarus, in Ukraine, and in Lithuania.
Brilliant.
Yes.
How many? And every store have to put information in them, or how this is working? Like.
It has a base of shopper centers in different countries where you can.
What is your ask? Why do you want to do it? Do you need somebody in teams? Do you want money or?
I just want to represent you my project.
Okay, it's customers.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have questions about to this lady? Yeah, go on.
Я полностью расскажу. На самом деле интересное приложение. Вот еще классно было бы, если там можно было, допустим, в продуктовом узнать, где хлебный отдел по-быстрому.
Если вы очень хотите, мы можем подумать над этим. В общем, у нас разные типы торговых центров, и, например, такие центры, как государственные магазины, это немцы не видят тоже, там тоже. Сейчас он запущен только на 4 торговых центрах в Беларуси, пока это развивается.
У вас уже приложение запущено?
Да, у нас приложение запущено в России, Беларуси, Украине. Более 2 миллиона.
Называется
Oh, by the way, this was one mistake. You didn't tell your project name, by the way, if you have it. Вы сказали это имя, самое главное, я из этого стартапа.
Okay, one tip, if you're pitching something existing, which is great, then you should give some great reasons why people should try it out. You can say like, hey, we have 2 million people using it and saving like, I don't know, half an hour in everyday shopping, and you should be the next one. And you end up with like, try it out, because. But, good presentation. Thank you. Anyone else? Welcome.
Hello guys, my name is Vlad. I would like to introduce a booking system for restaurant business called Mastr2GO. Our service solves problems both visitors and restaurant administrators. It allows you to book a table wherever you want, in any restaurant, cafe or bar, and choosing any parameters by flexible filters online. You can see all 3 seats, all 3 tables, also online. For restaurant administrators, we provide a smart service for checking, control, analyzing booking orders. So, in order to optimize this process, booking. That's all. Any questions?
So you are very similar to OpenTable. OpenTable is in US booking system. Do you know it?
Yes, it's existing systems. When we create our idea, we were it's a little bit oriented on it, but this service is quite new in Belarus.
Okay, so you are focusing here.
Now only here. So
okay.
In Belarus. In Belarus we have some similar services, but they don't solve problems of restaurants.
Okay, you have a question? Go on.
I could provide you with at least 4 companies here in Minsk
I
who
know.
work with restaurants.
I know.
Exactly.
I have said that they don't solve problems of restaurant administrators.
They work exactly for restaurants.
There are some local systems that are working in some nets of restaurants, but there are no global networks online.
This is CRM for restaurants?
It's quite a problem to prove restaurant that they need some this system, but we have some clients that are interested in our
But
system.
the question was, is it like CRM for restaurants? Is it like one is booking? What else your system is doing, or is it just for the booking?
Not only for booking, but for analyzing. So we have statistics.
Do you have already some client? What stage you have? Do you have already working solution?
Only in developing, but we have already some clients that are interested in our system.
Okay. How many restaurants you have talked?
We have two networks of restaurants that are interested in us, but we haven't talked for many restaurants to provide our service.
Okay, a couple of tips. You have to practice more. You have to be more confident. Okay, if you don't know what to say, you picked a fight or was very close to picking the fight. Don't do that. And you had fair questions. How are you going to be better than the other competitors out there? And for your idea, this is a very common question. So you have to have like an answer in your head. If somebody asks you this question at like 3 a.m. in the morning, you have like a great answer, like this is the killer feature, or whatever is the reason why you're going to be better. Okay? So here in this situation, I think you've got some questions that you will get more and more and again. So better prepare yourself for that. Okay? Good. Thank you. Okay, I think you've been sitting here, whoa, 140, that's a lot. And I guess many of you are tired, so I don't want to keep you too much here, but if you have any specific questions you want to try out pitch with a smaller audience, we're still here. If somebody is really interested and is not yet sleeping, which is hard to do, I can show 1 or 2 slides about pitching for investors.
Yep.
Now, one thing about like the final part of Garage Project floating. At the final pitch for in Garage Project, you'll have 3 minutes. No slide rule. Just showing your prototype and speaking about it. Which means that the setup is talk about your product, why this is great, how you're going to get customers. You actually show something that works. So this is really important because even the dirty and buggy prototype in many cases is more valuable than like hundreds of drafts of assumptions about your market, right? So if you have something to show, please do show. Okay, it's still loading, so I'm going to just talk. You saw some structures beforehand. If you have more time, right, there's some, and you are in further stage, there's some things you should emphasize, right? Well, you still speak about the problem you're solving. What's your solution? What's the market size, right? But in early stage, most investors are looking for the team. What's the team that you have behind this, and why your team is great? You have relevant experience, you have passion, or whatever credentials that can prove that you are good in what you're doing. And of course you have to show that with your emotions, etc., right? So you can introduce like, okay, we have a team of like 3 experienced developers, 1 marketer, 1 designer, and I know you're looking for one more designer developer. Just say some bullet points like why your team is great and what you have in your team. That you actually have team, right? You actually have all the skills needed to make it happen. If you have some track record, like one of you already had a successful startup, put that in, right? It will build credibility around it. Speak about the product, and if you have something to show, you have some first traction, like you did, like 2 million people, and you didn't mention that. Like, fuck! You should start with that. Okay, let's start with that, but this is something really, really important. Even if you have small traction, or some test. I'll give you one example. One of the classes I was teaching, we had business students doing startup prototypes. They didn't have any technical knowledge in the team. What one team did was they had an idea for an app. So they did a mock-up. They did a mock-up website for a paid app with a purchase button. And they did the test. And they tested that out of every 100 people who looked into the site, 17% pushed the purchase button. And that's a great test. That's a huge conversion rate. Even though they even didn't have an app there yet, okay? So if you have any kind of proof of concept or first user base, be it 2 restaurants that are super happy about your product, not to mention 2 million people, right? Put that in, speak about that. That's the most important information that gives a proof that somebody is using your product, that there is a market out there. If you have shitloads of competition out there, it's okay, right? There's a market for that, but then you have to emphasize how you're going to beat them. And in clear-cut way, not just, as I said at the beginning, we're better looking. How you can measure that, right? Okay, it's almost there. Do you have any questions? How can you stay here for so long? I'm amazed. Students usually fell asleep after an hour. What else? You have pitched to hundreds of investors. What's the most important thing for you?
Okay, I think that in our case, how we really have been doing fundraising has been always one thing. We are showing how many paid users we have. So we have just graphic, which is showing that it's growing like that. This is one slide. This is just one slide how we can basically do fundraising. Because if we did fundraising in 2012, then with 2 months we was doing round of $700,000, and we had very few physical meetings. We had just Skype calls and emails and calls. And basically why investors like this, oh, you are growing. You have already, in this moment we had 1,000 paid companies, and then every month we was adding new ones. So traction is the most important thing for the investors. How you are growing, because if you just go to investors, I have idea and I want to have money, it's so hard. So it's close to impossible to have investors investing into something which don't have yet proof that this is really useful thing. So if you have 2 million downloads, that's already a great thing. Next thing what they will ask, how many of those 2 millions using your app every day? Do you know it? Сколько из этого 2 миллиона?
I understand, yes.
Because this is real number. Downloads is just one thing.
Can I speak in Russian?
Yeah, you can.
У нас есть статистика посещаемости, начиная с 1-го месяца до 5-го. Из скачавших пользователей. К 5-му месяцу активно используют наше приложение более 60% скачавших его.
Okay. So and how much you are growing? How many new downloads you are getting per month now? How many downloads was in March?
More than 10,000 in Russia, Minsk in Belarus, Kiev in Ukraine, and with Lithuania we have speakers.
Okay. Anyway, you wanted to sort of
you're tired, I won't go into details. 2 names, if you're interested in some more hints and structures. Guy Kawasaki is one, and David McClure is another one. Just write in Google David McClure pitch structure or Guy Kawasaki, and you'll get something like the same, right? There are some ways which have been proven, tested, etc. It's basically a lot of what we covered today. If you are in further stage, you talk about your current success, your marketing, sales, financials, etc. But all in all, it has the same patterns. You have to tell a good story, you have to convince people, do it with passion. Having said that, thank you for being here today, and get out of the room.
See you tomorrow, sir. We have, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, yeah, you can write it down. And everybody welcome still to tomorrow. We can still have more participants. So if you hasn't done it, that you can still do it. You know, try to do some new things. Okay? Yeah.
May I ask last question?
Yeah, last question. Really last. Okay.
Could you please say some words about Garage 48 as a company? I mean, what is your business reason of being?
This is not company. This is non-profit foundation. The reason why we do it is giving back to the community. So we strongly believe that this event is helping to have more and more successful startups.